Hello and welcome to a new video on the HKCM Global channel. My name is Philip. This is going to be part 2 of the mini-series on the Magnificent 7 stocks. Part 1 we looked at Alphabet, at Meta and Apple, and today we're going to be taking a look at Tesla, Amazon, NVDA and Microsoft. With further ado, let's dive in. As always, of course, support is highly appreciated. Like the videos, comment the videos, subscribe to the channel as well. So let's start out with Tesla here. Basically our overall expectation, where are we expecting the stock to be heading? Tesla always on the front lines in the news, probably also because of Elon Musk. He's a very special personality, and sometimes people investing in Tesla, it seems like a little cult as well here, not being the most rational people sometimes. So basically, where are we going to be heading for the future? Our overall expectation for Tesla, we're expecting the stock to have already topped out in wave 1 in November of 21, and then we have seen significant corrective action over the last years, resulting in another high here at 488.50 in December 24, and ever since the stock has also seen a quite steep decline here, followed by some recovery over the last months and weeks, but still nothing that has been too significant here at the moment. So for us at the moment, we are still expecting lower lows to come here within this downward move, expecting 175 to possibly even $57 here for the Tesla stock, because things are not looking too hot at the moment. The move from here from 215 to the upside, since those lows here in March, it has been overlapping, it hasn't been impulsive. We have been holding within the limits for a possible wave 4, seen some decline, seen another upward move, but also some significant overlap within this structure here. And now in the last few days, there's also been another significant drop here. The next thing I want to see is that we take out this low here, and then we can see some, probably continuation and also acceleration here to the downside, which will be needed, of course, to continue this corrective move here, and then finally to be able to reach the targets just as I have shown. Also, as always, let's take a look at what is happening in terms of the indicators. We have just seen on the daily time frame that the MACD has turned down. We are losing the little positive momentum we had here. The RSI is turning down. We are clearly back on the short signal here as well. Continuing out on the 4-day, things are also not looking too hot at the moment. MACD trying to turn down. We are losing positive momentum. We are back on the short signal. So already 2 time frames that are clearly signaling and supporting the case that the sell-off will be continued. Moving out to the 2-week, clearly it is the MACD has turned down. We are building negative momentum. We have not yet lost the long-short indicator here, but it's also not a decisive breakthrough to the upside. So also indicating for further downside to occur. And the next significant thing I'm eyeing here at the moment is the developments on the monthly chart. And we are on the verge of crossing down on the MACD here. We have lost positive momentum here. To be honest, it wasn't too significant in the first place, but we are still on the long-short indicator. We are still on the long signal here at the moment. But overall, taking all the different parts into account, things are speaking towards a continued downtrend and to a continuation of the correction before it will be finalized at much lower levels than the current prices at the moment. So, to be honest, a significant breakout to the upside direct completion of wave 3 is nothing that we are eyeing here at the moment. We don't even have a significant alternative would only come in if we are seeing prices above $405, $480. So this is something that is quite a long way away from the current levels here. And as we continue further to the downside, the percentages in terms of probabilities will be decreased further. Moving to the next stock, Amazon. Also something of a love-hatred relationship for me in the past months and years. Structure has not always been the greatest here at the moment. Taking a look at the overall expectation, we are also a little bit stuck here with possibilities, to be honest. The thing is, in terms of the structure from the lows coming in from January 23, in order for this to continue to be an impulse, we have to expect wave 4 to have completed already. Why? Because the depth of wave 4 has already been too significant here to allow this to continue into a further wave 4 here. So the only alternative on this time frame overall would be that we would see a much larger fourth wave, which we are at the moment already expecting to have completed back in January of 23. This would occur if we would be breaking below 160 again. So at the moment, we're giving it the benefit of the doubt that it will be able to manage a breakout. It needs a truncated low in order to do that. Otherwise, this move to the upside cannot be counted as an impulse. And the alternative would be that it is not an impulse, but it is a corrective move. It is an ABC movement within wave 2 or WXY. This still would have to be seen. As long as we hold below the 240, 252, the alternative scenario is in play, and it would then speak for a continued breakdown. Is this supported by the indicators at the moment? Let's take a look. Let's start out with the daily again. The daily, clearly, it has reached topping regions here at the moment. We are overbought. MACD has already tried once or twice to cross to the downside. Momentum is slowing down, that's for sure, but we are still on the long indicator and we are still within positive momentum here at the moment. So a continued upside, even within our primary scenario, we're not expecting too much to still occur here on the upside, and then it would anyways be followed by a intermediate correction. Moving out on the 4-day, moving up, building positive momentum on the long short indicator. We are on the long signal. They are also distancing itself from the red line here as well. So positive signs happening. MACD clearly going to the upside as well. Moving out to the 2-week, trying to cross up. It's still within a little bit of negative momentum here, but it is not too significant. We are on the long short indicator, we are on the long signal as well. So this could also signal a continued breakout here. And the monthly is also trying to turn up again on the MACD, but we have continued to lose momentum, and we are also already in overbought territory here as well. So again, some mixed signals here. I'm still leaning towards the case that Amazon will be able to continue its upside, but it's not going to be easy for the stock. The substructures are not great. The indicators are not quite decisive. So it will all come down to the next move that will occur to the downside. And I'm absolutely certain that something to the downside will occur in the very, very near future here. And this will be the decider to either, yes, we can continue the breakout, we can continue towards moving to new all-time highs, because Amazon also at the moment, NASDAQ, new all-time highs, Amazon, no new all-time highs. Also the same goes for Tesla. So this move here will be the decider. If this is able to hold the relevant levels for a wave 2 and then continue to break out above 242, then things are looking good. Things are looking good for a sustained breakout above new all-time highs, but at the moment this has not yet been decided. So the scale is tipping a little bit towards the breakout, but it is not, it's not engraved in stone at the moment here. Then the next stock, probably the one to rule them all, NVDA. Facing similar issues, just like with all the other stocks as well, in terms of the structure from the lows. We have looked in the first part of the series, we looked at Meta. Here we have the situation that I do not really have the possibility to say, this could be wave 1, 2, and we are now starting a breakout or starting a truncated low and then starting the impulse from here, because here the truncation is quite significant in my eyes. So yeah, bears the question, are we still within the B wave, which still has quite a lot of ways it can go to the upside. We still have space until 178.39. So there is still enough air for this to continue here to the upside. And I think even more upside, because if I'm not mistaken, this is just the 138% retracement, and things could continue to as high as to 168. So basically, as long as we're holding below 196, this can still, everything to the upside here can be the B wave. Yeah. So it's still going to take some time until we are, until we know what is happening, until we know if this is the B wave or we have already started our breakout within wave 5 here to the upside. Taking a look at the, basically long-term perspective, if the breakout happens, we are moving to wave 5 of 1. If we see another low within wave C, we are also afterwards moving into wave 5 of wave 1, basically. So it's only a matter of, are we going to be doing it now, direct fashion, or are we going to take another loop and then we're going to be doing it? We are invested in the stock. We had the target zone. We also bought the stock within our portfolio. So we are good to go here at the moment, and we can just, as well as with Meta, sit back, relax, and see how things play out, how the reactions are towards the resistances, and then see what happens next. Also here, let's take a look at the at the indicators. Similar picture here as with Amazon at the moment, daily already clearly being overbought. We are still building positive momentum. Moving out 4-day coming up, but also it has already risen quite significantly. But once it hits the overbought territory, it can stay there for quite some time. Going strong on the momentum here as well. Moving out further, 2-week just crossed back up, losing the negative momentum, positive on the long short indicator here. So things could be pointing towards a breakout, for sure. The monthly trying to cross back up, still fighting to regain positive momentum, clearly still in the overbought territory here as well. The monthly, of course, it's like an ocean liner. It takes time to maneuver, to change course here. So still too early, but we will see what happens next. But the B wave still has ways to go, and then we will have to see how things play out. Otherwise, we are probably going to directly complete everything of wave 1, and then a big correction is in the house for NVDA. So basically, as with many of the Magnificent Seven as shown here, we are also in the last phase of its upward rally. NVIDIA has, I think, held up towards its potential here. Nasdaq on new all-time highs, NVIDIA on new all-time highs. So there's no divergence happening here. And at the moment, we are also still looking strong in terms of, at least seeing further upside. If it's going to be the breakout to sustain new all-time highs, or if it's just the B wave, in both scenarios, more upside has to be expected over the next few weeks. And then last but not least, let's take a look at Microsoft here. Very similar scenario in terms of the overall expectation. Currently expecting wave 4 to have completed, stock being within wave 5 of wave 1. So the similar scenario that we have seen with all the other stocks here as well. In the near future, we have to expect a wave 3-4 scenario to occur. So an intermediate correction and then one final push here to the upside, as long as we are holding above the 454 level here at the moment. Also here, similar, the starting point of everything, it only works with the truncation. It is not as significant here as with NVIDIA, for example. So it is okay-ish, let's be honest. Not a big fan of the substructures after that, but they do work out and it's moving to the upside, so it's holding up to the expectation. Let's also dive in here on Microsoft within the indicators. Daily, just turned down, then turned back up again, building positive momentum clearly in the overbought territory at the moment, moving out to the 4-day. Shooting straight up in the MACD, building positive momentum, closing in on the overbought here on the RSI, but there's still enough room, so looking fine from that perspective in terms of continuation of the rally. 2-week has already crossed up, we are moving up, we are on the long signal here, so this looks healthy in terms of the longer term outlook, and it has also already turned up on the monthly as well. building positive momentum here. But we are also seeing clear divergences on the monthly in terms of the MACD. New highs, no new highs in the MACD so far. So let's see if how this plays out here. But if this is really going to be wave 5 of 1, this is something I would also be expecting on the monthly to be seen, that there will be a divergence in terms of the MACD at least, and also hopefully in terms of the RSI. But at the moment, things are pointing upwards, and they are pointing towards a continuation within Microsoft, and so new all-time highs to be seen here. Along with the Nasdaq performance as well in general. So in conclusion here, with those 4 stocks remaining, Tesla not looking too hot, Amazon borderline personality at the moment, NVIDIA, Microsoft clearly looking towards upside potential. With NVIDIA, it still bears the question, is it just corrective? But still, even within the corrective scenario, we still have ways to go. We are invested basically in all of these stocks in general, so we are in a very comfortable position here at the moment. And then we just have to see when it is time maybe to pull the plug, lose 1 or 2 positions here, or take up some short hedges as well. But at the moment, things are, I think, too heated in general in the market, and making short trades a risky business here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.